Welcome into ProBox TV. Big card coming up February 8th, San Antonio, Texas, where everything is bigger, including a huge fight. Shavkat Rakhimov versus Justin Pauldo. To help me break it down, of course, I have the champs here in studio. Chris Algieri, Paulie Malignaggi joining us. Also joining us, the man himself, Justin Pauldo, a veteran here on ProBox TV. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been almost a year since your last fight, ProBox TV, in 2024. Tell me how that year has been. What have you added to your toolkit, man?
It's just been a year of grinding, trying to perfect my craft more, and just become a better fighter all around.
Justin, we haven't seen you since the Madueño fight. I thought you fought well in the Madueño fight. It was a very competitive fight.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that fight? How did you come out of that fight? Because you haven't fought since, but you're telling us, you've been in the gym grinding, perfecting your craft, and so on and so forth. Was that a personal decision to sort of stay back and sort of work on some things? What was your thoughts on that fight?
Well, my thoughts looking back at the fight, I still feel I won the fight, but with the skill set I have, I think I always could have done more. I feel like it's a little more I could have done, and I left the fight maybe a little too close. But at the end of the day,
What
I
was
just been
that?
focusing on being better.
What was that you could have done more? That you felt like you could have done more?
I think I could have controlled the fight a little better with my jab, and instead of deciding to fight him so much, and just created more distance and use my jab a lot better.
Yeah, Justin, your opponent, Rakhimov, he's another guy. He's very aggressive. He's very physical. Similar in some ways to how Madueño fights. Recently Keyshawn Davis spoke about the fight with Madueño and said, man, he's a really rough guy. He really puts on a lot of pressure. Rakhimov is similar in that regard, that he comes forward, does it in a different way. Obviously, he's a southpaw. He's a good body puncher. But what's different in this fight for you versus how things went in the Madueño fight?
I think I'm just a more seasoned fighter. I think I got a lot of experience from that Madrid fight, and I think I'll be better all around come the eighth.
When you look at Rakhimov, we talk a lot behind the scenes here at ProBox TV about kind of the mystique of these Eastern European fighters, the discipline, the idea that a lot of guys break down mentally before they fight them. What's your thought about that mental battle heading into this fight, that confidence going in?
He's just another fighter to me. He laces his gloves up the same way I lace mine up. So that's about it.
Justin, Rakhimov being a southpaw, anything in particular stands out to you about him? Besides that southpaw stance, or anything he does differently as a southpaw, being he's a European southpaw. He's also an ex-world champion. Does that bring out more motivation for you? Does that do something for you mentally going into the fight?
But that's always a motivating factor. A guy who has a great resume, and he'll look good on my resume. But I fought southpaw before and I beat all of them, and he'll be another one.
Did you see his fight with Cordina? If so, what
Yes.
did you think? Did you think he won it?
No, I didn't think he won, but I think he did good. It was a close fight. That's about it.
Yes, speaking of that fight, that fight was at 130. This is his first fight at 35. He's been inactive. This is his first fight coming off of that Cordina fight, which is a loss. And then also we're in Texas. Where's training camp for you right now?
Houston.
You're in Houston, right? So it's not far away for you. It's a bit of a backyard situation. How does that all play into this fight? Him being inactive, him being a smaller guy, and the fact that it's going to be much closer to your backyard than his.
Well, I fought in San Antonio quite a few times, and it'll be nice to fight there again. But I really don't get caught up in all of those extra things, as in he's a smaller guy, he's coming up or inactive. I'm looking forward to facing the best fighter, the best of him on the eighth. So I'm training to be at my best.
We gonna have a nice crowd out there for you?
Yes, I'm sure it should be. And San Antonio, they always come out. They support boxing real big there. So it's going to be fun to fight there once again.
What about this opportunity for you? You've talked about the opponent a lot. What are the size of this card? February 8th, San Antonio, Texas. It's a great card from top to bottom here on ProBox TV. You fought on ProBox before. You know what this platform can do for you. What's your thought about this opportunity? Not just the fight itself, the opportunity on ProBox.
Well, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be back on ProBox, and I think it's going to be an excellent card, an action-packed card, and I'm looking forward to putting on a great show.
Justin, what is the ideal result? Obviously, everybody says win. Ideally, what's the best result for Justin Pauldo? What do you want people to talk about the next day?
That Justin Pauldo went out and won in dominating fashion, and that's what I want to do, dominate. No close fight, no close decisions, dominate.
Yeah, this is your first fight of 2025. It's been a bit of a slow year for boxing, but things are going to rev up. What does the rest of this year look like for you? Saying you do get the win here, where does Justin Pauldo fall in the lightweight division for the rest of this year?
Well, right now I'm 100% focused on the 8th. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna dominate, I'm gonna get the victory, and then whatever comes next, I'm looking forward to the bigger fights.
When you look at this fight, when it comes to, you talk about domination, at what point in the fight do you look to take it over? Is it one of those fast starting kind of fights? Is it a slow build kind of fight? Is it take the center and essentially make him take it from you? When do you plan to take over this fight in terms of the real estate in the ring?
From the time we step in the ring, from the time the bell open, I'll be in control of the fight.
Justin, with the fight being this important, what about your layoff? Was that a conscious thing? You said you've been staying in the gym. Were there fights that were offered to you and you stayed out of the ring for the time being and just focused in the gym, or were you just not getting offers to come back and fight?
Well, this was the best offer for me to come back and fight, and this was the perfect timing. And I'm never out of the gym, so I'm not worrying about being off a year. I've been off a year before. I'm looking to come back sharp and come back at my absolute best.
Yeah, you've been on our air before. We've mentioned that you had some really good wins and some tough fights, like that Madueño fight. Things are a little bit different here in 2025. ProBox TV has really grown a lot. This platform's big. This is a big card. What does that mean for you to have the amount of eyes that you're going to have in this kind of platform coming into the biggest fight of your career?
Well, this is great because I'm seeing the platform grow, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And that gives me more opportunities to shine. So it's going to be fun come the 8th.
What do you believe your ceiling is, Justin? When you look at this, it's a huge test for you. As Paulie said, a former world champion. What do you believe the ceiling is for you in your career should you come out victorious on February 8th?
Well, I have world championship ability. The ceiling to me is getting to the absolute top of the mountain, and that's where I'm heading.
Well, we know you're an exciting fighter. Can't wait to see you again on ProBox TV. Best of luck to you February 8th, my man.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys, for having me.
Thanks a lot, Justin. Best of luck to you February 8th. That's right. It is going down San Antonio, Texas. It's going to be a great card from top to bottom. That's right. 50-50 all action fights. See why millions are watching right here on ProBox TV. Don't miss it.